And you're sniping my bat.
If I miss, I ulted 4. If I miss, I ulted 4. If I miss, I ulted 4, okay? Okay, if I miss, I ulted 4.
I'm watching.
Okay, okay.
Up to 4 right now, bro.
Fuck. Shit. All right. You guys ready? Let's read the patch notes. Let's go through them one by one. First off, let's go to the one that matters. Let me read this shit at the top. Season 5 is here, and the Marvel Rivals universe is more dynamic than ever. With new powers awakening, alliances shifting, and rivalries burning hotter than Phoenix's flame, every hero faces a new challenge. Will you rise to the occasion or feel the heat of the nerve hammer? Let's break down who's getting powered up and who needs to recalibrate their strategies, adjustments. Okay, so let's go straight to the Spider-Man ones. Peter Parker's web-slinging offense gets a slight lift. Reduce web cluster energize time from 2.5 to 2 seconds. Increase amazing combo from 60 to 70. From 6 to 7. From 60 to 70. From 60 to 70. W change, netties. W. Yo, that's actually kind of big because, like, honestly, I personally find myself running out of right clicks quite often. And the damage is kind of big because what it allows you to do, it gives you like a surprise one-shot combo. So I don't know if you guys know this, but now Spider-Man can actually kill. This is going to be just enough damage because you see she's left with like 5 health there. With 10 damage, that's going to be lethal. Can anyone think of anything else that might be lethal? This is all damage? Kind of. Is there anything else that immediately comes to mind that is now lethal? Secombo? No, I don't think the Secombo is lethal. I tried it. Okay, I fucking missed. But yeah, no, that's not lethal. I tried.
I don't want to hit you more than I have to.
Anyway, and then his like right click recharging faster is really big. Awesome change. Okay, now let's go to the let's go from the start. Angela, Hand of Heaven. Increased movement speed of Assassin's Charge, accelerate your dash state from 16 to 18. Heaven's Retribution, ultimate ability from 600 to 800. That's actually a really interesting change because I felt like Angela's already a really strong character, and now they're buffing her even more. Like, was she like hard meta play every game? No, but I think she was in a balanced state, and now she's gonna be able to carry people further with her ship. So basically, let me see. It's extra 2 meters per second, which means now I carry them to 25. After the patch, I have a feeling I'll probably carry them to around like 30, maybe like here, in this area. So that's a little bit more distance, which is kind of nice. That's going to allow her to reach pits on some maps. And I don't know, I already feel like this character is pretty good, so it's kind of an interesting change. Let's see. Captain America. Steve Rogers steps up as the ultimate team player. Freedom Charge, new effect. Allies within its path gain a 30% boost to ultimate energy charge efficiency. Ooh, interesting. So if you're with Cap in his ult and you're shooting somebody, you're going to be getting more ult charge by 30%. Very interesting change. 30% is quite a lot. Yes, indeed. That is a very interesting change for Cap. Again, I feel like he was already pretty okay, but now he has a new effect on his ultimate. I don't think it's like that insane, but it's just a nice little thing that he has as a bonus. This change is ridiculous. The Gentle Giant gets tougher. Ironwood Wall, new effect. Gain unstoppable status when within 15 meters of awakened Ironwood Walls. What that basically means, chat, is that once you place down your big wall as Groot, basically this whole area, 15 meters. So if I put it down here, right? Let me put down the wall again, because this is 15 meters and it goes both sides. If I put a wall down here, as long as I'm anywhere in this area, 15 meters from the wall in every direction, I'm unable to be CC'd whatsoever. So I'm just fully invincible. And this is kind of broken, right? Because like it works through walls. So let's say like a map allows you to put a wall, like let's say like there's like a wall here and I put a wall here and it's like a viable spot. Okay, you can obviously see it through the wall, but let's pretend you can't. I could actually just play here and I would be CC immune fully. So yeah, this actually hard counters Wolverine. He is fully CC immune. So like you can't knock him up, you can't pull him, you can't Bucky hook him, you can't Wolf ult him, you can't do anything to displace him. So he's just literally an immovable fucking object, just chilling with 1 billion health. And that is going to be absolutely insane. Yeah, Groot is probably going to be crazy. I mean, the only counterplay with Groot is that like, you know, he well, number one, his hitbox is big, so you can pump a lot of damage. But then the other way, and the more effective way of countering him, was to displace him because he's really big, so he couldn't really dodge Wolverine's grab. He couldn't really dodge Bucky's hook. He couldn't really dodge any of these abilities, right? He would just be like complete victim to them. And now he doesn't give a fuck about them. 15 meters is actually kind of insane. Wow, what an insane buff for Groot. Let's move on. Hulk, the Green Goliath protection game goes Gamma. Gamma Burst new effect. Each direct hit reduces Indestructible Guard cooldown by 1 second. Okay, so this Indestructible Guard, that's his left shift. And I believe Gamma Burst is his right click. So if I go Hulk, and then I shield, let me turn off cooldowns. If I use shield, okay, now it's on a cooldown. And then if I were to right click these two bots, it would go down to like 6 seconds. From 8, because I hit 2, right? So it's like basically based on how many people you hit, the cooldown gets reduced. So if I were to somehow hit like, I don't know, 3 targets, it's obviously not possible from here, but if I were to hit 3 targets, he would get a 3-second reduction. So that's kind of nice. His shift is just gonna have more uptime, which is more survivability, which is pretty good for Hulk. But I think relative to the Groot changes, this is kind of minor. But that's alright. Okay, here we go. Let's move on. Magneto. Alright, let's see. Max amplifies shielding figures who both self and allies. Separate the cooldown of Metal Bulwark and Iron Bulwark. Now activating one won't send the other on cooldown. Wow, that is actually insane. Wow. That is a massive buff for Magneto. Oh my fucking goodness. What the fuck? As if Mag already wasn't really strong enough. See, as Mag, oftentimes you would have to like pick between like bubbling someone else and bubbling yourself, and oftentimes like if you have to bubble someone else, that would mean like you lose out on survivability for yourself, so you'd have to play a little bit more passive. But now that you have 2 bubbles, good luck ever killing this guy. That's crazy. Wow, that is a really big Mag buff. Oh my goodness. And he has the new team up with Gambit, right? So that's also crazy. Wow, Mag is back. Holy shit, Mag is back, except he never fucking left. So I don't know. This character's gonna be gross. Peni Parker, moving on. Spider's pilot takes teamwork to the next level. Allies in Penny's cyberwebs now receive the same healing over time and movement speed effects as her. Movement boost for allies is 25% movement. That is really high. No, 25% is crazy. How much is Mantis's? Isn't this like almost like being in a Mantis ult? And the healing is 15. Okay, that's kind of low. 50% is kind of low, but that's nice. Wow, that's gonna make this shit undiveable. Wow. Like, good luck killing, like, I don't know. Imagine this with Rocket as well, because doesn't the Rocket stuff also place down webs? Wow. Ally access healing converts the bonus up to 25. That's kind of small. 25 is kind of small. But wow, I mean, that's anyone sitting in the webs is going to be so much harder to kill. Okay, moving on to the thing. Ben Grimm doubles down on defense and offense. In Battle Leap, remove damage reduction from single target leap. Now grants 20% damage reduction to all allies within 5 meters of his landing point. Reduce damage reduction to self from 25 to 20. Oh, okay. So wait, that's actually interesting. So so before, whenever you would leap to somebody, you would only give it to 1 target. But now, if I were to leap to this bot, I suppose this one would also get my buff. So that's interesting. So it's like AoE. So if your team groups up, that's going to be a 20% damage reduction for everybody. Interesting. Battle Blitz, I believe that's his F. That's the one where he jumps to someone. Remove damage reduction from self. Now applies a 20% vulnerability to all enemies hit with 20% vulnerability. Wait, that's like basically like cloak wall. To all enemies within 5 meters of landing point? Okay, so yeah, that's basically like he applies like a cloak wall whenever he jumps. Wow. But it doesn't, but it no longer gives him damage reduction when he jumps. So you're gonna have to pick between like damage reduction for yourself and like basically giving a vulnerability to your enemies. Okay. With a reduced stone haymaker base damage from 90 to 55 and remove 50 bonus health gain during ability activation. New effect, so it lost 35 base damage. New effect, deal bonus damage equal to 8% of the enemy's max health per hit, gain bonus health equal to damage dealt. Up to 100? Okay, so he's gonna be a lot better at punching tanks. Isn't this is pretty much a buff for everybody above like 500 health, right? That's a buff to his damage. And it's a massive buff to survivability because like you're always gaining more than 50. You're gaining at minimum like 80 shield or something per punch, but you have to hit something though. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay. I don't know. That's kind of an interesting change. This is less of like a pure buff and more of like kind of like shifting stuff around. But I think this is probably really strong. Okay. Cleanse precision packs a slightly bigger punch. Increase Archer's focus maximum bonus damage from 75 to 90. So I guess, does this mean he's gonna be able to two-shot like? I'm pretty sure that means he's gonna be able to two-shot Strange again, right? Like it sounds like it's only 15 damage, but then that damage gets amplified by his passive. I'm pretty sure, which means
how much they meant to me.
yeah, you can like you can one-shot Jeff as well, right? Like how much does Jeff get left with? Oh yeah, that's for sure gonna one-shot because it's extra damage. Do you two-shot Doctor Strange? Let's see. Okay, that's also probably gonna be a two-shot. Wow. Okay, so he's gonna be doing a little bit more damage, probably within like 40 to 50 with maybe 60 to 70 more damage per headshot if you're fully charged. Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards gets even stretchier and tougher. Reflexive rubber can now be used during inflated state after reaching 100 elasticity. Wait, that is, doesn't that mean that's your fat mode, that's your Chungus mode. So when you go Chungus mode, you're telling me that this E ability, like this, is gonna become active. So you're gonna be able to go straight from Chungus mode into like deflect. That's really big for him, no? What else? Remove the 350 bonus health on entering inflated state. Now gain 350 maximum health and a one-time heal of 350, which is removed upon exiting. Wait, that is really big. Wait, that is insane. 350 maximum health. That means he can be healed by a support, so he's effectively like a tank when he goes in, no? That's crazy. Wait, that basically means he can be healed, because now when you enter it, it's bonus health, and after the patch, it's just gonna be max health. So he's gonna have 875 health still, except like most of it is going to be like the white bar that you can heal, and that's a massive buff to survivability. Holy shit! Wow. Yo, that I kind of maybe sort of want to play him a little bit. I always like this hero, but he just always seemed really bad. But he's kind of fun. Wow, that's actually a W change. W change. Yeah, this hero really needs help, and I feel like this sort of solves his problem. That's exactly what he needed. Now he's going to be able to rely on his supports a lot more, and he's also going to be a bit more independent because like you can go from this mode into like the you know, this reflexive rubber mode like instantly. That's crazy. That is a really big buff for him. Jean Grey, Cosmic Fire burns brighter. Maximum fall off from 30 meters from 60 to 75. Man, do we really need to buff Phoenix? I mean, Phoenix is already fine. That's actually kind of a big buff for this hero because, in my opinion, since her drop off, I think it starts really soon. Like, doesn't this hero's drop off start at quite literally like 15 meters? Like, wait, let me see. So let's just test this really quick. So this is a 10 meters, I believe. Yeah, it's a two-shot, but if I walk to like here, it's already not. So on the new patch, that actually might be a one-shot. That's kind of a big buff because this character, since her drop-off starts so soon, I feel like most of the time you're playing this distance, which means you're always at your like maximum drop-off distance. And now that like that's pretty much like a 15% damage buff at all times. So it's kind of a sick buff for Phoenix. Not that she fucking needs it. I think this hero's already good. And then we already went over Spider-Man, but I'll do it again. Right click, 2.5 to 2. That's a really nice buff. And increased amazing combo damage from 60 to 70. W netties. W 60 to 70. That's really nice. As I said, it opens up at least one new combo, and I'm sure people can discover more whenever it goes live, so we can actually experiment with it. Squirrel, is this just a revert? I swear she did like 110 before, and now they just reverted it, so she does 110 again. So, I mean, I don't know. Okay, whatever. I don't think this really makes big of a difference, but cool. Storm. Aurora empowers her allies with even greater force. Weather control thunder damage boost. So damage boost unamped from 10 to 12. So at all times 2% more. And when you're amped, wow, so now she's gonna basically have amped damage all the time. And when you amp, it's gonna go even more. I think that's really nice. Wait, isn't this basically the equivalent of Mantis? Or am I tweaking? This is basically the equivalent of Mantis, like 12%. So she's like constantly Mantis boosting her whole team as long as she's like near them. And then when she amps, it's even more. That's pretty insane. I really like the direction of Storm. I feel like Storm should be a character that like isn't like on her own strong, but is really strong when you're getting value off of playing with your team. So I really like the direction. I want to see this taken even further. Like they should just absolutely double down. Instead of buffing her own damage, they should absolutely double down on her ally damage. And technically, doesn't this also mean that her damage is buffed by 2%? Because she's like basically in her damage boost at all times. It does, right? Yeah, that's pretty nice. This fixes her breakpoints back to being able to kill on her own. Oh, really? I don't know that, but I guess that's great for Storm players. So Punisher is no longer an anchor, but now he gains raw power. So 300 health, reduced fall off. Interesting. And then more shotgun damage. Deliverance is a shotgun, I believe, right? Okay, so he's probably going to be doing around the same damage as he was before. So this is just like a, you know, bit of a revert. Cool. Wolverine. Logan's Claw gets deadlier, especially against Vanguards. Increase Savage Claw's percentage damage for each point of rage from 0045 to 0057. Come on, at least make it 0067. Come on, Netties. 0067. I don't know, like, is this a massive buff? It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know. Probably. I mean, it kind of looks big. Is it enough for him to be back? Maybe. I guess we'll have to see. What is big is the Feral Leap cooldown going back from 15 to 12. This means he's going to have to sit AFK way less. It's like 20, almost 30%. That's crazy, actually. Okay, I guess we'll have to see. That's crazy. Wow. 27%, 26, 27% damage? Wow. Okay, that's big. I mean, I think the bigger change is like the leap. Like, having to wait fucking sucks. Sometimes shit gets cancelled and like just needing to AFK for 15 seconds is just too much. But now he does more damage and he has to wait less. So that's a W fucking change for Wolv. Adam, let's see the support buffs. Adam Warlock. Increase soul flight speed from 6 meters to 12 meters per second. Isn't that when he dies? Wait, he's gonna be fucking zooming. Dude, I swear Daredevil, isn't Daredevil like 9 meters per second? Daredevil is 9 or some shit, right? When he has someone marked. He's gonna be faster. He's gonna be like, he's gonna be even faster than this. Holy shit. Yo, guys, Adam can fly. Yo, Adam can fly now. Hey, you guys were asking for Adam to be able to fly. Now he can fly. He can deadass fly. You have to die though, but like, yeah. This is an insane. This is like twice the speed. Like, what the fuck? Holy shit. And then they buffed his ult from 4,700 to 4,500. Increased ally detection radius from 30 to 35. So yeah, just slight buffs to his ult. Pretty cool. But I think the fly thing is really big because he's gonna be able to like run away now. Like it will be really hard to chase his ghost. I mean, I think fast heroes are still gonna be able to keep up, but it's gonna be like a lot harder, you know. Okay, so Cloak and Dagger increased base health from 250 to 75. Yeah, we basically knew this. Okay, cool. So Cloak's gonna be a little bit harder to kill. Invisible Woman. Increase orb projection hit damage from 25 to 30. So slightly more damage. Projectile maximum range from 30 to 35. And projectile speed from... Okay, so just overall buffs on her M1. It does, like, it flies further. It goes faster. And it does more damage. Same healing, though. Force physics length from 30 to 35. So that's 35 meters in the pole. So that's like... So now it pulls from this distance. Yeah, basically like this distance, but now you're gonna be able to pull from like what's like another 5 meters from here. That is like, I feel like that's quite big. And then what else does she get? Guardian Shield, that's her shield, right? New effect. If no Guardian Shield is present, pressing the recall key now deploys a shield in front of Invisible Woman. Oh, so you can self-shield. Okay, so if I were to press F here, like, I'd probably have a button. If I were to press F, it would just spawn a shield in front of me, right? That's kind of insane. That's a really big buff for Invis, no? Really, really big. Like, being able to just summon on herself. Like, because it still heals you, right? It still heals you. Like, before, you would have to kind of, like, be creative and figure out, like, where your other support is playing. And you have to put a shield on them and then run to them. But now she's going to be, like, a little bit more independent. She's going to be really hard to dive. Because how much does this heal per second? It's not bad, right? Let me take a bit of damage. I swear it's, like, okay healing per second. Oh, wait, that's really high. Oh my god, that healing is insane. Invis shield heals that much? I never knew. What the fuck? Yo, I gotta start breaking this shit, bro. I deadass did not know it heals this much. This is crazy. That's like 50 healing per second, no? That's gotta be 50. Or close. Wow. Everyone's broken? No, I love this patch. Dude, deadass, I love this patch. They're going back to how it was in Season 0. Remember when people were like, everyone's broken? Dude, I love that. I don't even care. Like, yeah, I mean... Wait, I just realized there's no dive buffs. Except Spider-Man. I mean, this is all cool. Everyone's getting buffed, but where's Spider-Man buffs? Where's Iron Fist? Where's Daredevil? Where's Panther? Where's Magic? Everyone but dive characters getting buffed. Like, god damn it. Alright, okay, let's see the last one, Loki. So Loki, Torch. Where the fuck is Torch? Torch is so bad. How is Torch not buffed? I just realized you're right. Daredevil buffs? Yeah. I mean, everyone's getting buffs, right? Yo, listen, motherfuckers. Listen. Daredevil is strong, but you want to tell me they can buff a meta fucking character like Mag, separate his shield from like E and F, and Daredevil can't have a buff? They just deadass buff the best hero in the game. Fuck do you mean? Like, Mag is already, like, people hate how meta Mag is. And then they just go ahead, they give him like the ability to shield an ally and himself. Of course, I mean, I don't think Daredevil buffs are outside the realm of possibilities, but yeah, no, I absolutely agree that like if they're gonna buff something, it should have been like, you know, like, I don't know, like Magic or Panther or like, I mean, Spider-Man got buffed, but yeah, like those heroes, right? Like the ones that need help a little bit more than Daredevil, obviously. So anyway, Loki, base health 250 to 275. Mystic missile damage fall off from 3 meters from 50 to 80. New effect now heals. Oh, okay, so does this mean he does more damage? Wait, that's actually a massive buff to his damage, no? Wait, I didn't even know. Wait, Loki's damage started at 3 meters, but that's kind of pathetic. I didn't even know. So if you're shooting someone from here, you're doing like effectively no damage, but on the new patch, you're gonna be like, that should probably be a 3-shot still, right? And it has a new effect where it heals a little bit more. So, it's 10 per direct. Oh yeah, he's gonna heal a lot more. He's gonna heal a lot more, but you do have to directly hit your allies. I kind of like that because that's skill expression. Like you have to directly hit. Like I feel like a lot of Lokis like to shoot at the ground, but now if you actually want to be accurate, it's gonna be better. Oh, it's the AoE damage drop off, not the shooting range. Oh, mystical missile damage fall off at 3 meters from 50 to 80. Oh, so okay, my bad. Okay, I see. So it's gonna just have more splash. So basically, if you're missing, what that means is if you're missing, like if I'm shooting here, okay, yeah, this is like pathetic damage. Now it's gonna do like slightly more. Okay, I mean, that's whatever. That's not really the tube. I mean, I think the bigger buff is obviously being 275. That's like the biggest buff he got. And then he's also able to heal a lot more if he hits directs. That's kind of fair. It's kind of fair. Okay. Rocket got buffed? Yo! Isn't this... Yo. Wait, hold on. No. I'm pissed now. What do you mean? This pisses me off. I was begging for rocket nerfs. This motherfucker has literally a 36% pick rate, so everybody plays him. It's the second most popular hero in the game after Cloak. And he's getting buffed with a 55% win with a 35 fucking pick rate. Fuck do you mean that he's... Okay, this is the only one in the patch that pisses me the fuck off. I hate Rocket being strong because this character is way too easy to play, and I really don't like when easy characters like Rocket are preferable to hard characters. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't think it's a good idea to have a Rocket meta. Like, how does he fare in like Celestial Plus? He must be really okay, bro. Like, he is the most popular support in the game by far, amongst like pretty much everybody. Like, okay, in Silver, the other supports haven't beat, and then as you climb more, as you can see, Rocket is also climbing more, and then by Grandmaster Plus, he surpasses Cloak, and then just remains. I'm assuming that, yeah, until like pretty much the fucking end. Okay. People do favor Invis a little bit more in One Above All, but like, I mean, I still think Rocket is really, really good. Like, that character is really good, really good. So very big surprise to see him, like, because he's so 48.66% pick rate with a 54 win rate is wild, bro. And they're still buffing him. But let's see what the buffs are. Reduced BRB cooldown from 45 to 40. So that's his like res beacon. It's a little bit lower. I mean, okay. Oh, whatever. Repair mode maximum count from 5 to 7 and projectile speed from 60 to 80. Wait, so that means he can have more of his balls out at the same time, right?
Just say it. There's nothing I can't fix.
So right now you're telling me you can only have 5. And you're gonna be able to have 7. So there's gonna be 2 more balls bouncing around. Is that what you're telling me? And they fly faster? That's ridiculous. Increase bombard mode projectile speed from 150 to 180. That's just like M1, right? 30 meters a second is kind of high. This is gonna be going fast, I guess. I mean, DPS Rocket, who cares? But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know. I think Rocket's already pretty goddamn strong, man. So him getting buffed when he's already this high of a pick rate and win rate is kind of wild. What the hell is Daredevil? Oh wait, I'm looking at. Oh no, that's the right season. Where the fuck's Daredevil? Why is Daredevil so low here? Oh, he's not like super high pick rate, but he's pretty high win rate. But Rocket has him beat by like a fucking whopping 40% with like literally like just a slightly lower win rate. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Okay, anyway. What else? Team up anchor. Oh, Moon Knight. Okay, Moon Knight got like a slight buff. He got a 5% buff across the board. Okay, so slight Moon Knight buff. Okay, Gambit has a team up with Magneto, which means he heals more. Hulk was always the anchor, so like she doesn't really, nothing really changes for her, except now instead of being, you know, the anchor to Blade and Moon Knight, now she's an anchor to Hawkeye. And Hawkeye's no longer in Chilling Assault. Yeah, this team up is removed. This Mag is leaving this team up. This is removed, and Widow. Oh yeah, Widow. Widow is a support now. Right. Widow is a support. We lost the oldest team up in the game? Yeah, you're right. Wait, the oldest team up in the game. So what else is left then? But yeah, anyway, those are the patch notes, guys. Those are the patch notes. So wait, what do you... I'll go over it after. So what do you guys think about the patch notes? I honestly, like, it sounds a little bit scary, but I'm kind of happy. I'm kind of happy that like everyone's getting buffed. Like, I think this is like a good direction to go in. Except the fact that like, I think they kind of had the right idea. What they wanted to do was buff like the slightly underperforming heroes. But then like they just went ahead and buffed like something like Mag. Like the Mag buff is like really puzzling to me because this character is really overtuned already. And now he's okay. Wait, I can kind of simulate it. He's basically going to be able to do this, guys. On live, I mean on the patch. Like you're gonna be able to shield yourself and then give a shield to your ally. It's gonna work like that, pretty much. And then both are gonna go on cooldown. And yeah, they didn't buff something like Blade. They didn't... you know what I would have wanted to see this season? I would have wanted to see, like, maybe since everyone's getting buffed, right? Like, I would have wanted to see some Iron Man buffs. I feel like this hero is kind of underperforming. I really like the Mr. Fantastic. Like, this character, yo, I really think they need to buff Mr. Fantastic. I feel like almost every character in this game has seen a meta at some point, but this guy has not. And I don't think Widow has either, but I don't know if I want a Widow meta, I'll be honest. But I swear, almost every other character has seen some sort of success except this guy. He's always just, at least, well, I'm talking about high rank. Now, I know in low rank, he was like a demon, because remember people were like telling me, oh, Necrosaw, what do you mean he's fucking shit? He's broken. Now, he's always been really bad in low rank, right? I kind of want to see him, because I think he's an interesting hero. He's really interesting. So, it's nice to see him get some love. I think the Mr. Fent buffs are like, he's like one of the biggest winners. Let's think about it. Who are the biggest winners of the patch? Who are the biggest winners? I think Groot for sure. Groot is insane. Groot is insane. The cap buff is whatever. The Hulk buff is whatever. Mag, insane. Mag is genuinely insane. Penny, I'm not sure. This could be really fucking annoying. But what I think this does is this makes Penny a lot better on attack. Because you can like set up on a health pack and like imagine now your flankers or like you somehow get your team. Like, I don't know, like a fucking hits like Hela, for example, or Phoenix, or any character that has like means of like, you know, kind of going on the flank. If you manage to get them there, I feel like they're gonna be way more annoying to kill because like they have some healing there, right? And you obviously can't chase them into the webs because you're just gonna fucking die. So this is gonna make Penny really annoying. But yeah, it needs teamwork. Like her buff needs teamwork to be utilized. So yeah, and also it makes her ult not completely useless. At least you're giving your team a fucking movement speed boost when you're putting and a little bit of healing. Thing buff is pretty good, I guess, but I still think relative to other tank buffs, it's not too good. Hawkeye is whatever. Mr. Fantastic is one of the biggest winners for sure. Phoenix, the buff is good. It's really good because it's just a 15% damage buff because she's always at like fucking max drop off anyway, so pretty big for her. Spider-Man, this is like I think this is a good start. Now, is it significant? I don't believe so, but it is nice. I think Spider-Man's like biggest problem is the fact that you just die so fast in a game where every other flanker character has some sort of like shield that they can give themselves, like every single one of them, right? Like Daredevil, especially Daredevil, right? Even Panther. Like Panther's not very good, but at least he can like kind of give himself a little bit of health. Spider-Man's the only one who's exactly at 250 health, and you try being a 250 health character that has to go in. Like, I know he moves fast, but there's also a lot of abilities in this game that stun you. And if you get stunned, on Daredevil, you can kind of live. On Panther, you can also kind of maybe live. He has a little bit more health. Spider-Man is just going to die because you're a 250 health hero. You will fucking explode, bro. So I think that's the main issue. The issue is not damage. The issue is the serious survivability. But these are very welcome changes, especially his right click, because I feel like this, like running out of right clicks feels extremely clunky. So this is really nice. And like the 70 damage uppercut means that we have access to another combo, which is, I showed you guys earlier, the one on like any 275 health heroes. So you could do that. That's going to be lethal next patch because he lives at 5 health. So that's awesome. Anyway, Squirrel buff is whatever. Storm buff is pretty nice, but it's not too major. The Punisher buff is whatever. Wolverine we'll have to see. I don't know. We're gonna have to see this, but apparently it's a 30% damage buff, so that's great. Adam Warlock, this is also pretty nice, but again, we'll have to see. The cloak one is whatever. Invis is really big. Invis is one of the biggest winners of this patch for sure. She's gonna be a lot fucking stronger. Thanks, it's like way more independent. I just checked the shield healing. The shield healing is fucking, it's like 50. That is crazy. That is actually insane. She's gonna be so hard to dive. Like imagine like, I don't know, like there's a panther. You see a panther in front of you. He's about to throw a spear. Like what if you just like, you know, let me use this bot to simulate it. I just press my key that summons a shield in front of me and I block his spear. What then? It's crazy. Like she like, it's insane. It's actually insane. You can shield yourself. That is crazy for that character. Loki, base health, pretty nice. Not too major, but it's good, I think. And then Rocket is, I mean, he's already really strong, so he didn't really get a major buff, but it's still like, why is Rocket getting buffed? You know what I mean? Like, he's already good, so why buffing Rocket? But, oh my god, yeah, that's, this is a crazy patch. I like the scope of this patch. I hope seasonal patches, like, in my ideal world, seasonal patches are this big, and then mid-season patches are big, but not this big. You know, they're like smaller in scope. Like I want seasons to be fresh. I want every season for there to be like something new that's viable, and we're not just playing the same thing over and over again. Although I will say, when it comes to flanker characters, I don't think much has changed. I still think that like you will mostly be playing Daredevil and Iron Fist, and then Spider-Man's a little bit more lethal, but I still think he's gonna be really hard to play. But yeah, pretty nice patch. And Psylocke, yeah, Psylocke is still gonna be insane. They haven't nerfed Psylocke at all.